I think back then was because they had no organization to represent as well.
Yeah,
literally no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. But now you play for an organization that gives out your salary, you know, gives you the benefits. Of course you want to win. I don't know if that's going to be pressure for them. It's a double-edged sword. Hopefully they will apply that mindset.
Damn.
The bans?
Lapu Yuzhong right away, and then Juice and Fan. Juice and Fan makes a lot of sense because those are two hot picks, very widely contested in China. All XP bans, they want to stop Alpha from being able to play the game.
Alpha, brother, what did you do backstage, man? I met him. He looked chill. But this, I don't know, Guangzhou Gaming are... I don't know if they want to first pick XP now after banning all these, or if it's a setup for like a Yi Sun Shin, because technically with the Lapu Yuzhong and the Uranus, usually those are picks you would see to zone the Yi Sun Shin away from Silver 1.
But then Axe can just surf to a garage. They still have options.
Oh
my
God! How did we forget?
He is new. He is new.
Okay, but Axe have given that away and they got blind Valentine. Okay, is it blind though? It's Sora. Is it good to take Sora's ult?
I feel like with how fast they picked it, they're thinking, okay, I think we're gonna use a Valentine as a counter for Sora. So this could be theory in practice right away.
It's like another Lucas.
Yeah,
exactly.
Is that what they thought? Is that the line of thinking right now for the Sora though? It's just think of it like a Lucas.
Maybe.
And then does that kind of I'm kind of far-fetching this, but does that open up a Valentina XP?
I mean,
I want to float that. Let's float that idea. Let's hold on to that. Fun fact about Kananeo, he was the best rookie of FPL Singapore Season 8. He played for Rift Esports.
There you go. So he's not really a rookie. I mean, he's a rookie there, but then he's had a lot of experience as well now playing for Guangzhou Gaming. It's a joy. I think it's picked up. This is already very different to what we saw earlier. I think we saw like safer draft, way more experimental. Axe leaving the Sora open, and Guangzhou Gaming building for what looks to be an XP Sora. I thought this could be a flex pick.
Yeah.
That we've been talking about on the back rooms.
Hey, what if that Joy is still flex? I know their team's still holding on to the idea of the Joy maybe going XP, maybe even going gold.
Denver United, Kin.
I mean, I'll also play Joy Gold, so that is a possibility. It might be flex, but I don't really think that might be the case because they need range. I mean, sure, they do have that dive with the Joy. The Sora too can provide that, but we'll have to see. The Ruby ban, obviously, they don't want that CC to play against the Joy. You need freedom of movement, and that Ruby kind of stops the Joy in its tracks. The Lunox ban too with the Farsa. One last ban for Guangzhou. What will they close out?
Ooh, I mean, it makes sense already to ban out the Ruby, right? They've already picked up East and Shin, but I think right now it looks like Axe could still pick up a normal gold laner here. I think the Harith could still work against the Joy, so personally, if I was Guangzhou Gaming, I would ban out the Harith.
I don't want... I mean, even though I'd want to see more range for Axe, Ranger would have a terrible time here.
Yeah.
I can see the Joy and the Source already there. Kalea would have rounded out the draft off for Rome. Axe still has... if you want a solid front, honestly, High Loss is not a bad pick. It's pretty solid. That quick little stun will actually be able to do a lot against the Joy and Sora.
Yep, I like that. I mean, yeah, I think the Hylos makes the most sense. You need a point-click stun against the Joy here. But if you want a safer choice, usually it's still the Gato-Kacha that's still upper grabs. And they will go Gato-Kacha. They'll flex. Well, they'll try to hide the pick. I guess trying to get a winning matchup here. So Guangzhou Gaming actually try to snatch away the Harith. But it's going to be quite bad. Axe have an Esmeralda already. Could be flexed into the gold lane. Could be a winning matchup, and Axe can play from there.
Let's just see. Yeah, if they pick up that Harith, it's a very hard matchup against the Esmeralda down in the gold lane.
Is this a winning matchup though? The Esmeralda against Sora XP? How's that matchup? You know?
I haven't seen enough of it to actually form an idea. And I think it's all these flex options that's wrinkling my brain right now. Because even this Hilda, historically in China, it's played roam. Because they put so much importance in being able to pressure the opposing jungle. It might just go there.
Lord.
It's a Sora jungle, gold lane Joy.
Yeah, it has to be. But then, does it fare well up against the Esmeralda? If this Esmeralda is going to be flexed, I don't think it will be.
Should be Harith.
Yeah. They should just go Harith because it's up against a Joy. You're going to have a field day down bottom.
Yeah, it looks pretty good too for Axe because then they have a very rounded up, a very well-rounded composition.
Yeah, they need the dashes. Even though some really good fast basic attack would be good for them. Whoa!
Wait, I thought about the Phoveus in my mind because, you know, up against the Arlet, but
Do they have enough burst?
Yeah, exactly. Only the Sun Shin though.
These are going to be some long, scrappy team fights. But in terms of the damage, yeah, Guangzhou Gaming on paper just has significantly more with the Sora. Actually, everyone on the lineup of Guangzhou Gaming is just can burst people down.
Dude, it's so funny because before this, before the draft, we were talking about how Owl, Speedy, Marksman heroes, you know, we want to see them on Marksman, and then they're like, yeah, nah.
We're good with that.
I'll be playing off-roll.
We're gonna stick with the fighters. We will pack up a lot of damage. Interesting drafts, and I think this is what we were expecting a little bit more when it comes to the wild cards with the new patch set up. Unique picks, fighters for both, and I feel like this could be a very joyous occasion for all of us. But it is gonna request a lot of technical mastery between our players. It's series number 2, game number 1, Guangzhou Gaming versus AXE China versus MENA.
Hey, it's wild card for a reason. It's wild.
Sora Gold!
Sora Gold!
Owls on Sora!
Okay, okay. This opens up a lot of things, right? Because, yeah, obviously, number 1, you don't really want to go up against the Esmeralda, or rather the heroes being thrown at that. But yeah, so far the Sora Gold. To be honest, I don't really see much of a sample size of this Sora in the gold lane, but they're gonna go and invade this orange buff.
They cleared it up so quickly. Quanok's able to pick it up now. Oh no, they're gonna be caught. Nail caught in the bad spot. Will be able to dash away. Throwaway walks up Speedy. Flickers in. Owl gets away. But Quanok follows in. First blood over to AXE MENA.
That's bad. That's very bad. The Sora shut down early, and Quanok will be able to bear the fruits of his labor, stealing that orange buff. It's gonna add more clear for him, obviously, more damage too, and he wanna go in for innovate like this.
Mason Mikon actually has the push. Nail walking up again. Will be able to get 2. Dude, I know we were expecting brawls, but this is crazy.
This is the wild cards I was asking for.
Redmar stands corrected. It's gonna be scrappy.
Solo kill down below Modi.
Let's go and just fight after fight. That's what I'm looking for when it comes to the wild card. Don't be afraid to stretch the possibilities of the meta, despite how people might say it looks messy. Well, it looks fun to me, and I'm enjoying so far. But at some point, they will have to slow down. Once the objectives are up, especially now for AXE, they need to help Throwboy recover with the fact that he could not get his own orange buff.
Oh my god, what is that damage, dude? Just, he didn't even use the Heaven's Wrath. That was just, oh my god.
Yeah, that was a Sora cosplay.
Is this the same Lucas Valentina situation again we got a few months ago? Nice flip at the taunt.
Yo, Modi's getting picked off here. Final slash land out too. Revitalize coming down as well as Modi's able to go for the reset. She now overturn! And they turn it around. Modi jumps back in over Speedy. Flickers out to save this Cannonale.
Modi
gets the killing spree. It's a shutdown for Speedy as he runs back away. Cannonale. I don't think the rush. Yeah, I don't think they want to go for it.
We need to take a breather.
Yeah.
This is fast-paced, high tempo. Minute number 2. Ow. Solo kill?
Still going.
Under the turn. Hey, limit testing. Limit
testing.
Yeah.
That is our keyword for this game number 1. But as we got to see, when it comes to the big team fights, Guangzhou's Gaming's damage is a problem for AXE MENA. Together as a team, when AXE MENA gets set up, it's not good for them.
Oh, now it's gonna, okay, Rice Cream just gets taken out there by Mei and Xing.
You know, what we were talking about when it comes to teams from China and their slower, more methodical playstyle.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, I like how Guangzhou just completely changed the expectations of a Chinese team.
Tone it down and really stepping their foot on the gas. That's gonna be a War Axe pickup, I believe, for the Sora. For Owl, so still that handy item for most fighters now, as they try to converge to the mid lane. They want to fight and brawl this out again. Quanok is level 6, and that's going to be a Genius Wand pickup for Cannonale, who is, by the way, 3-0. This Joy will sting.
So that could be the angle. That's why maybe the Joy gets picked up so early by Guangzhou Gaming. They feel like maybe with the Genius Wand change, it has made Joy so much stronger earlier in the game.
It seems like since they do have the umbrella and... Oh, wait.
Cannonale's on one off back now. AOG coming down as well as Modi's going to be locked down. Shoulder bash. Modi taken out by Quanok and Throwboy together. But Quanok has already used the ultimate. Oh my god, Owl! All into the back line. Won't be able to find it. That's all. Not the... You know, it looked flashy. It looked good.
Yeah, the Stormbind was perfect, but AXE MENA just had the counter locked in right away. So Guangzhou Gaming, what they have in damage, AXE MENA has in crowd control. There's just so much. Actually, all members of AXE MENA have some very substantial crowd control that can mess up the team fight flow for Guangzhou Gaming.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. 1v1 up against Speedy. I don't think he's going to go and commit to the kill. But up top, they are munching on that turret plate and the turret itself. Let's see if AXE wants to go in for more. So this bears the question. Is Sora now the enabler for more Valentina picks? Because so far, this Valentina looks very strong with that ultimate.
Yes, I think confirmed. Because even the Thunder Wrath of a Valentina Sora cosplay hurts like crazy.
Oh my god. Yeah, they're just battling it out. I think for Guangzhou Gaming, this composition really... Oh, there we go. He's just going to use it. It relies heavily on a combo. Like, that has to be comboed in together with a Joy walking up, with a final slash from Modi as he jumps all around with a vengeance. Then it will look good. If not, if it's only like 2 members like earlier, then you just see them use the combo and then get completely destroyed.
And gentlemen, there have been 15 kills in the first 5 minutes of this game.
Wow.
Radiant Armor rush here for Rice Cream. Good itemization.
Deleted.
Wow, that was a too easy kill there onto Throwboy.
Yeah.
The Genius Wand really helps it as well. Kanoneo will not stop anytime soon. 4 and a 0. So we'll see. Guangzhou Gaming, I think hard to really achieve their win cons in the team fights. We haven't really mentioned as well how, you know, the Phoveus gets a lot of reset as well.
Yeah.
Especially with the Arlet and Frey. But again, I think the Joy will be kind of like the building block, the foundation for Guangzhou Gaming if they want to go and win the fights. Because this Joy kind of has access to the backline without anything stopping it. Maybe just the Gatot Kacha, but it has to be a telegraph taunt that has to be timed. So yeah, Guangzhou Gaming still have that win con in Kanoneo.
At this point now, though, I think Owl needs to step up and being able to deal more damage. Because of the threat of the Joy, AXE was forced to build a lot of early Radiant armors. There is a Dreadnought armor, at least one, but now it's Owl's time to deal the burst.
Does he have enough? That's the question, though, especially against Speedy. Speedy already flickered out.
Yeah. Well, let's see. This hurdle might be a catalyst for more fights that might happen. Quanok has the stolen ultimate. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, the AOG coming down as well, but Owl's going to go for the Heaven's Wrath. Quanok got caught in the bad spot. Will be taken down by a big bomb. Actually in the midst of it all, Dark Wave landing on 2. Kanoneo looking for the cleanup now with the electrifying beats, but won't be able to find the right target. It's a 1-for-0 trade right now.
And I think they found the formula. If they can isolate Quanok in a situation, burst him down before he activates the ultimate, I think that's going to be the win con for Guangzhou Gaming. Final slash!
Yeah, not enough damage to get Speedy low at all. Like, this is going to be a problem for Guangzhou Gaming. No one can kill Speedy. He's unkillable. Throwboy walks up. Gotta be careful here.
Yeah, they don't have the right damage profile to deal with this Esmeralda.
Alpho.
Wow.
Look at the Phoveus go.
Hey, man, he's doing a lot. Flicker out from May. Respected the Dark Wave. That's him on the try to go to the final slash on 3. But Kanoneo gets bursted down now. Again, Owl jumping in the midst of it all. Won't be able to get enough damage. Heaven's Wrath as well. Not enough. Quanok's still there. Alpho still wreaking havoc, and now they go in onto Owl under turret. Alpho is on a killing spree.
Wow, this Phoveus was quite a sleeping giant in the first few minutes, but come minute 8, this Phoveus is crazy. Again, resets for days for this Phoveus.
Yeah, Guangzhou Gaming, because of how AXE MENA drafted around the Phoveus and the Esmeralda, the damage that they deal in burst does not do well against 2 of the best heroes that handle long team fights, that can really stretch out the fight. And we see it sequence after sequence.
Final slash over the Speedy. Mount a shotgun. Quanok with a jump brings them all back. Kanoneo with the electrifying beast still doing a lot of damage over the Throwboy. We get her terrified in. It will be Throwboy getting out with a sliver of health as Ice Cream runs away. Owl still in the midst of it all. Getting help with the stun. Speedy with the flicker in. What a long battle it is. And it is AXE MENA who comes out on top, not even losing. Speedy.
What a fight! Beautiful showing from AXE MENA, layering the CC together and then going front to back, completely isolating each member of Guangzhou Gaming. They will take that mid-tier 2 turret But so far, it feels like Guangzhou does not have enough damage to take down AXE MENA. Modi might want to do something, but I don't think that's going to be the case. And this Kagura pickup, to be honest, it seems irrelevant now because they need some sort of big combo. I think it was about to be with Owl, but nothing has been crafted so far.
Yeah, the window that Guangzhou Gaming had in the early to mid just got completely shut by AXE MENA, again, because of all the crowd control they had. And Quanok's Terrify has been a sleeper hit for a lot of these team fights.
Yeah.
Add to that all the crowd control that AXE MENA has outside of the Valentina. Every team fight for Guangzhou Gaming is so demanding. They have to use all of their ultimates, their entire kit just to make it work. While AXE MENA, again, because they can stretch it out, they can conserve some abilities here and there, save some dashes, save some crowd controls, which just works out very well for them in the end.
With a 7,000 gold lead, I don't know, man. Owl seems to have his wrath defensively to escape. That's not a good look. Mount the Chakra landing. Oh! What a combo into the back. Throwaway gets caught under turret. Alpha takes the Infernal Pursuit under turret, gets caught by the Electrifying Beat. Quanok walks back up, and Owl is doing so much damage. Flickers out away from the Heaven's Wrath, and all of a sudden, the gold lead has dropped.
It is complete pandemonium in the Land of Dawn. They're fighting it, juking it out until the end of the earth. And it seems like Guangzhou Gaming, they see that win con, right? They see that if they can pull one combo, it feels like it could be where they turn things around.
Yeah. They really need to look at Modi now to be the centerpiece of the comeback. That, again, is I don't think it's too demanding to ask, actually, for Modi to just land another final slash. The formation of AXE MENA, again, they're not playing around a lot of range. It's mainly the Yi Sun-Jin, and he doesn't have the best range even. That there's a strong chance that Modi can just final slash AXE MENA yet again and then set up Guangzhou Gaming for big burst.
Let's see, let's see. I mean, so far, the question is, even if they land the combo, I mean, they were able to pull it out, but that was under a, base turret, right?
Oh, that's true.
But this time around, if they are able to pull out a heavy CC combo, where does the burst come from? I mean, Kanoneo can run around, but, he can do so much because you have Rice Cream who's going to be peeling for his teammate there, just catching the Joy off guard. They need that burst damage coming in from Owl or maybe Kanoneo if he gets the electrifying beats going.
Yeah.
If not, then it's just going to be another CC and then one, right?
I also want to see Mage try to go for Quanok a bit more. Not like this, though.
Mount the Chakra AOG as well. Lock him down. That's a good final slash to the back line. Throwaway away as Kanoneo walks in like my big. Doing so much damage. Alpha still alive. Doing so much more as Owl has to flicker away. Speedy goes in for the chase on the flicker. That's going to be the peel from XG when he gets caught with falling Star Moon. CC immune away. Speedy's too darn tanky. 1 for 1.
Well, there you go. I mean, Guangzhou Gaming is still able to hold themselves together. But man, AXE MENA, it seems like, windows are opening, loopholes are opening for them for a possibility where Guangzhou Gaming might turn things around. Genius One purchase for both players now, Kanoneo and also the Valentina. So more damage, obviously, but it seems like Guangzhou Gaming, they're waiting for a big moment to happen.
That might be the item that actually turns the tide in favor for Guangzhou Gaming if they get the setup yet again. Now AXE MENA. Speedy and Alpha should go down a little bit faster now.
They're going to go for a blitz on the Lord. Speedy's walking up. Kanoneo is looking for one member. Is it Throwboy? Oh man, he goes in for the trace and then he gets killed instantly by Kanoneo. That's Xing in the back, able to find a kill over to Quanok. May still escaping. Falling Summer doesn't land. Owl is going through. Rice Grim. Only the fighters left. Well, technically a tank on the Esmeralda.
No way, AXE MENA. They threw off a big lead, and now it's going to be Guangzhou Gaming playing the game finally. After 13 minutes, they're going to get the Lord Speedy.
Uh-oh, falling Star Moon lands on Speedy. But even at this point, Guangzhou Gaming know they cannot burst Speedy.
Yeah.
All they need to do is ignore the dancing lady. Go for the backline.
Yeah, look for everyone else and you'll be fine. And just as expected, the Genius One pickups just in time was the difference maker this time around. But I like that extra bit of change where it was, instead of going for the Phobius and Esmeralda, just look for Throwboy right away. No wonder Kanoneo's been widely regarded in China as a player to look out for.
And this is... go on, Mirko.
Can I just say, this reminds me of not an AP brand, not a Team Spirit brand. This reminds me of a TNC brand.
Ah, right. the more unique ideas.
Complete chaos as well.
Yeah, chaos, the unique takes on the game. Guangzhou Gaming now putting the pressure onto AXE. The pressure's not for kills, it's just slowly push AXE back. They're not going to be able to take the turret though.
Yeah. They go for the purple buff, they'll be able to take it. I think right now, the Alpha just needs to peel for Throwboy. They just need to fully peel. Let Speedy do his thing. The rest of the team needs to just play for Throwboy.
Yeah.
And prior to this period, nobody really played in the side lanes so far, right? They've been ganging up together, looking for fights, and the turrets both up top and down bottom taken down by AXE MENA is also due to the fact that they were able to activate the Lord, plus looking for fights in the orange jungle side of Guangzhou Gaming. And now is the time where, if they want to activate the side lanes, this is the perfect time, because now Guangzhou Gaming, they have a bigger breathing space. They're now able to step foot on enemy territory as well, pushing out the side lanes now. And I think Sora will do quite a good job as well at that. They're not going to be ganging up together as much, looking for crazy fights. This is where they can activate the macro game, because we haven't seen much of that in the past 14 minutes.
Yeah. Add to them being able to do a little bit more for the macro. In terms of the team fighting, I like the Guangzhou approach of actually splitting it up. If it's not Modi splitting up the formation with a final slash, it's Canoneo forcing eyes away. Winter Crown picked up by the Joy now means he can do that more. Do even more aggressive plays, looking straight at Throwboy or Quanok, trying to take them down, which forces Alpha, Rice Cream, and Speedy to get close, which then sets up for Modi with the final slash.
Yeah. Safety is #1 priority, obviously. Joy, or Canoneo, is kind of the backbone now for Guangzhou Gaming in terms of damage. And he needs that safety. He needs to be able to output the damage in a safe way as well. That Winter Crown will come in handy if needs be to be pressed. Immortality though for Speedy. Speedy so far has been deathless, 11 assists as well. The Esmeralda, super hard to kill.
Holy
but then,
crystal.
Guangzhou Gaming has proven that you don't really need to kill the Esmeralda.
Yes.
You can look for other members, like how they were able to gang up on Throwboy, isolate him, cut him off. Quanok as well. The same thing happened to him. So if they're able to take down core members, you can completely just deny Speedy, because Speedy has been the one just carrying AXE MENA in the long drawn-out team fights.
Yeah, I think you said the key word there where, yeah, we're seeing a lot of 5v5s, but you see the little moments of isolation that Guangzhou gets to find.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big falling star mood. Over on Xing and Modi. Trying to go for the kite now. All jumping to the back line. Won't be able to find any damage. And Speedy goes way too far. Speedy forcing out the flicker. Now the AOG to cut him off. Uh-oh. Owl's found in the bad spot. They can be all inning on him. Quantum jumps in as well. Taking very long time beat. Canoneo with 2 in the back. But Owl will fall as well. That's a 2-for-1 now. Speedy goes in again and again. Never really stopping.
Wow, there's a reason why Vren says in his statement that Canoneo is the backbone of his team. Look at him doing things like this.
Fully stacked up now. Lynchpine beats as well. Winter Crown already used up by Alphos. The Tom doesn't land. Alphos getting treaded down. The Dark Wave already. Canoneo still going through and even through the Esmeralda shield. Base will come down. They won't be able to get him out. So pushing him out top lane. That's Alpha jumping in. Final slash brings them back. Alpha down. Speedy will finally lose his life.
Wow. What a fight, Renmar.
Hey,
How it works.
Count on Coach Vren to make a superstar out of a Filipino Canoneo this time around.
Wow.
9-2-7, and he's locked in every time on the Throwboy and Quanok.
Throwboy cannot walk up, dude. There's no way. This has to be free unless Rice Cream pulls a mirror. Oh, cancel on the AOG. Another one. No. 2 cancels, and that's all they get. Canoneo! The Wishing Lantern almost took him down. Modi, you gotta play it safe, boys. You got a Lord in the mid lane.
Yeah, a few changes to the Wishing Lantern as well. You know, 1,000 damage now to pop the butterflies, but still, it stings. And for the first time, we hear cheers coming in from the crowd.
They're enjoying it.
Yeah, they're enjoying it. We're enjoying it as well. 19 kills and 17 kills as well. 18 minutes. This is the longest game so far we've seen in the wildcards. The Lord marches in the mid lane.
Both surprised and not surprised. Ultimately, incredibly satisfied with what I've seen so far in this game #1. Almost 20 minutes of fighting.
Throwboy so low. That's Jing. Oh my God, Canoneo!
again now pops in with a crown. Quantum's gonna be taken out by May, and Canoneo still alive. He has the immortality now. He doesn't care. Alpha goes within the ground. They're gonna all in onto him. Now the immortality down. Wave in the bottom lane pushing in as Canoneo finally falls. Owl trying to deal out a little bit more damage as May again clears out the waves, and Owl, Ying, and Modi have finally dealt with Alpha. It's just Speedy left. It's a long, drawn-out battle, but in the end, it is Guangzhou Gaming who stand victorious only with Rice Scrim left.
Welcome to the Wildcards! Welcome once again to M7! Guangzhou Gaming and AXE put on a show for everyone, and GZG takes game number 1.
Classic M-Series Mobile Legends. Classic Mobile Legends we see occurring in the
classic,
wildcard.
it brought M1 back.
Yeah. The vibes are insane. Everyone is cheering for the teams right here, but Guangzhou Gaming, what a comeback. They were completely down under in the first 14 minutes. Complete fighting, left and rights.
There are Indonesians in the crowd cheering for Canoneo.
Yeah.
Real recognize real. And I like what you said there. Vibes. This game was just vibes all around.
You know that song that you just don't understand the lyrics to, but you're like, yeah, this is a bop.
Yeah.
This is the game right here. And yeah, they've definitely gained a lot of new fans here in Indonesia.
Canoneo, man. Again, I would like to reinstate Ren in an interview said that Canoneo, this guy is the foundation, the backbone of Guangzhou Gaming. And he shows that again. Had it not been for him, I mean, sure, the other players did have their own moments. Modi with the final slash, and then the peel coming in left and right. Owl did not have a strong game as a Sora. He was instead giving that Sora as a strong tool for Quanok. But still, they made it to the finish line. That's what matters, right? But man, Canoneo, insane joy showing, especially now with the Genius 1 buff.
Oh, that is sweet image we're seeing. Crowd. Of course, GZG going wild. Coach Ren happy as well.
Man right there.
That's the man. From the Filipino Canon to the Filipino Canoneo. My goodness, what an explosive game. I woke up again. Not gonna lie, that was great. Thank you. That was only game 1. Hopefully we get to see more. I would not mind if the next 2 games are just like that.
Coach Ren?
Please.
Just more of like that.
Yeah.
That was insane.
That was
So what do
beautiful.
we think about that game though, right? Like, I mean,
It was messy.
It was crappy, you called it.
Yeah, it was scrappy. It was scrap after scrap.
there was an
They would not
8,000 gold lead at one point.
Yeah.
Where did that go?
Gone.
Yeah,
Complete.
It got, at one point there was an 8,000 for AXE MENA, and then
Oh my
GZG
God.
turned it around.
I think the
Wildcard,
turning
baby.
point
Wildcard.
was that final slash in the base turret.
Modi.
They got that moment. It was Modi, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
W for Modi to turn things around, and then they stacked up on AXE MENA. They ganged up on them, and they got the kills. They got the gold. Don't forget as well the shutdowns, the bounties that AXE MENA had. Also, kind of funnels the gold to Guangzhou Gaming to get their items going.
That was a 5,000 gold swing then.
Yeah.
Because it went to just a 3,000 lead in favor of AXE MENA after they got almost wiped out in the base of the play that you mentioned earlier. So that was a massive moment. I think Modi, hopefully we get to highlight him.
Yeah.
Pretty sure the MVP is going to end up being Canoneo here.
It has to be Canoneo.
But Modi set it up. And we were saying that it was the Arlot, it was his final slash that would be one of the main conditions to set it up for them because of the formation AXE forced to play being a little bit more close together.
Yeah, I think the thing about Arlot is that even if it loses in lane against Sophovius, right, that was a bad matchup for him.
Yeah.
The Arlot never stays irrelevant in a game, right? A single final slash can change things around even if they were far behind. It's different with the Kagura because I don't think there was a a harmonious combo they could pull. Maybe only with Owl, and Owl was having a bad game.
Yeah.
But I think with the Arlot, single-handedly opened up other layers of setups for Guangzhou Gaming.
Yeah. He set up even more set up potentially for GZG. And we're getting teased a little bit here. There we go. There's our MVP, Canoneo. Lots of new fans for him. He's definitely going to get a highlight package over on our social media pages.
Oh yeah, dude. He was everywhere, literally. And hey, to bring up a point that you brought up when you were talking about the Sora, realize he's the type of hero that can go 1-5 and still be useful, right? I mean, I was having a horrible game. He died under turret as well in limit testing here, but it doesn't matter. In the late game, he's still him, bro. I'm waiting for the nerfs, Moon. I'm just waiting for it, bro. Like this is another case of like Lucas Suyo when it was released. Oh man, is it busted?
Well, this Joy was unstoppable, to say the least. I mean, in the end of the day, or rather, in the last stretch, that base push, he did get shut down, but it didn't matter. And now the early game, right here, we saw Owl getting shut down by Quanok, and Quanok also got the orange buff. That was a good setup. But the thing is, there wasn't enough damage as of now yet for Guangzhou Gaming. And hence they can't really follow up the setup. They can't really follow up the the execution, the CCs. But then you see AXE MENA kind of shaking a bit, and that is where Canoneo was able to farm a few kills, 4 kills. And I think Canoneo was also the one kind of keeping Guangzhou Gaming in the game. And yeah, the rest was history.
I think we also got to see here a live in-game adjustment from GZG where they realized, wait, yeah, there's barely anything we can do with this Phoebus and Esmeralda, so what happens if we remove their damage dealers? What happens when Throwboy is suddenly gone? What happens if Quanok is forced to already use the ultimate that he stole away from the Sora? Next thing you know, oh wait, those two are just holding the front for the other two, so we focus on them instead.
Yeah, that isolation we talked about, right? That is a very, very good last-minute adjustment that they finally realized in the end of the team fights that was happening. Why do we have to fight for the Esmeralda? Why do we have to fight the Phobias? Let them be. Let them do their own thing. Let them do whatever they want to do. We will look for Throwboy. We will hunt down Quanok. We will chase them to the ends of the earth and get the kills. And they did just that. Speedy was quite menacing, I think, in the last few phases. But yeah, there is so much that an Esmeralda can do, right? I think it can chase down the Kagura, but what about the Arlen? What about the Joy that can always run around rampant? So,
Flex, man, you deserve that flower. Hey, he got us all. He caught us all reaction. I want to validate an idea though that I like that Axe brought out. Valentina.
Yeah.
Who knew? Just treat the Sora like a Lucas. You pick the Valentina, and the Valentina was one of the biggest problems majority of the game.
Yeah, but once you got to the portion of the game where you can't be the one walking up, dude, you can really see the value of the tanky items on Sora compared to the items that Quanok went for.
Yeah, and this begs the question, did Guangzhou, or did AXE MENA open up the Sora so that they could test the Valentina?
I think so.
You know?
I think
right? You get the counter, and yeah, back to your point. I think the transition from the Sora is very good. This is the reason why this hero is also kind of busted, because if you are ahead, you can build damage. You can go in and just burst players down, but if you're behind, you are still useful, you are still relevant, because you then can transition into tanky items, and then you go for your second mode, where you're kind of tanky, you have CC, you're still contributing to your team.
Yeah, but it's crazy though, even though he went for more of a defensive build, even though War Axe, BFB, and Queen Swings all have value in terms of being able to dish out a little bit more damage, and there is adaptive attack as well on that Winter Crown, he still hurt like a truck. Yeah, and every time he would use the Wrath, it was nuts. It was. I get now a lot of people are saying he's busted.
Moonton, please.
You know what?
Heaven's Wrath is
I'll give Moonton some props here. If they didn't nerf War Axe, oh man.
Yeah, it would have been worse. It would have been worse.
Thankfully.
Thank God.
Owl, he was 1-5. If he got War Axe, the previous one, 1-5 to 5-5 real quick. But because it was 1-5 and a late War Axe, he had to wait for Queen's Wings. And then you saw him, boom, go for the Heaven's Wrath.
Yeah, the spell vamp was really felt more once that Queen's Wings came in. Wow. Again, pleasantly surprised with what we saw. We expected it with the lineups, but not in such a explosive way that was delivered by these two. Well, now though, I think we look at Axe and what could have gone much better for them. Was it really just one play that changed it, or were there things that they were doing or were not doing that eventually led to them losing that massive lead and losing the game overall, really?
Well, I think they were just clumping up together so many times. They could have just played the long lanes. They could have, split up and looked for possibly pickoffs or possibly activating the side lanes. But the matter of the fact is that they clumped up together so long when they knew damn well that Guangzhou Gaming relied on that window. They had the Arlet with the final slash again. The CC was just too many for AXE MENA to deal with. So when you clump up like that, you're bound to be done in a single moment.
They were baited, they were reeled in to play that chaotic game. Because like for AXE, especially when they have a lead, they should just play it disciplined. They should play it slow, but the pace was just too much for them to handle. Because Guangzhou Gaming, while they were behind, they kept on looking for these, honestly, stupid, quote-unquote, fights, right? Because those fights you shouldn't take, but it brought AXE to feel that pressure, to feel that